late this morning. I've had some projects going on, so I haven't gotten us completely up and going, but here we are. So hopefully I'm going to share our links out there, and hopefully some of you can still tune in. Like normal, we're going to do our techie tip of the day, and let me go ahead and share our link. Okay, so we've got our link shared, and I'm just happy to be here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're here with me this morning. And if you're not here with me this morning and you plan on watching later, then hey, that works out well too. We're going to talk our techie tip today, and I'm just going to give it a couple minutes here because I am running late this morning to get a couple of you on here before we get going. Most of our techie tip today is just to be as frugal and savvy as possible as we can during the holiday season and these uncertain times, and making sure that we're getting the most bang for our buck. So that's going to be a lot of what we're going to talk about this morning. But like always, if you have something that you would like to talk about, please make sure you're putting a comment. Let me go in here. Let me go in. Here we go. Turn down the volume here. Okay. So you can always leave me comments in the comment section, and I'm labeling that for you now. I'm always up for something that you may want to talk about that involves technology. So you can always leave me a comment, and I will be checking that periodically. If you would rather do something outside of this live session, then you can get a hold of me at this email and this phone number. So you can always get a hold of me outside of this at my email that's listed here for you, as well as the phone number that I've listed for you. And then I can get you on whatever it is that you need help with. So because we're running a little bit late today, then this session's going to be a little bit shorter. I do apologize. I got myself into a project and wasn't watching the time, and that's my fault. So hopefully you can watch this later. I want to wish all of you a very, very happy holidays and Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and all of that good stuff. And I hope all your holidays are filled with joy with you and your family. And as deserved, we all deserve to feel appreciated by our family and our friends, and even possibly our coworkers. So it's probably it's a good time of year for appreciation, blessings, and thankfulness. So, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about how you can shop on a budget, okay? There are definitely some things that you can do that could save you some money during the holiday season. If you have a computer and a printer, and that's all it requires, obviously you need paper for your printer. But if you have those items, then you can make a lot of your gifts. For myself this year, I have made quite a few things for my family members, just because money's a little tight this year. Due to illnesses and so forth. So we didn't have the money like we usually do for our Christmas. But I found a way that I can still make people happy. And I was able to personalize a lot of their gifts. One thing that I've been using my printer with is vinyl printer paper. All you got to have is some ink, some vinyl printer paper, and a printer. And you can make some really nice vinyl decals that your family can use and share and put on their vehicles, their windows. I was making them as trays. So I went to Dollar Tree and I got some silver trays, and I printed the vinyl, put the vinyl on top of my trays. I painted it, and then I epoxied it. It is a 2-3 day process for the epoxy to dry, but other than that, it was very fast, quick, and very cheap for me to do. I think I got a pack of the printer vinyl for probably no more than 20 bucks, and I got 35 sheets, so that's less than $1 a sheet. I did stock up on printer ink for my printer in order to make sure that I could print everything I wanted, but I use aftermarket ink, so I don't even use the actual name brand of my printer. So I was able to get, I think, a set of ink, 2 sets of inks for less than $30 for my printer. And then, of course, the trays I got from Dollar Tree for $1, and then I was able to make gifts. If you're homebound and you're not able to get out, then the next things I'm going to tell you about would involve you just sitting at home, making sure you've got some ink in your printer, and making sure that you have paper. Let me get my little, I have a little, here we go. So you can always make personal stationery, and I'm going to show you that. So I'm going to flip us around. Oh, nobody wants to see that. All right. So I'm just going to use Microsoft Word. And it's loading. And you can just make personalized stationery. So I am going to go into a blank document. Now, one thing you could do, I'm going to go back. I thought I was going to go back. Hang on. New. Let's go to new. Okay. So you might be able to search templates. They have a templates section here. And I'm going to type in stationery. I think I spelled it wrong. I did. There we go. Although there isn't any on here, let's just go look at the web real quick. I'm just on Google, and I'm going to type in personalized stationery. This kind of gives you an idea, and then I'm going to go to images. This just kind of gives you an idea of different kinds of stationery that you could create. I'm kind of liking that one. It's kind of cute. That one's cute too. You can even personalize it with pictures of your family. They have a lot of different options on here that you could explore. But this is just giving you an idea. So if we go back to our Word document, I think I'm going to do this in a landscape. So my page is long ways instead of, meaning horizontal instead of vertical. So what I'm also going to do is go ahead and just kind of split it. So I'm going to insert a text box temporarily. And basically what that's going to do is separate my sides for me so I can see how much room I'm working with. And see if I copy this and I paste it. Oops. Let's go forward. There we go. If I copy this and I paste it, am I able to put them side by side of each other? And I am not. So that means that I need to shorten these. And I want them even. So now when I do this, I also get this little handle thing that comes out. And if I push on that and push on fix, now I should be able to pick it up and put it in the corner. And I can just pull this down. Same thing on this side. I can just go to my little hump here and I can go to fix. That allows me to pick it up. And now I can bring it all the way down. Now I have 2 potential stationery sets. So now I could insert a picture, and I can do that from online pictures. And I'm thinking kind of flowers today, so I'm going to type in flowers. And we get a lot of an assortment of flowers. This one kind of stands out to me, so I'm going to insert that one. And I need to wrap my text. I don't know what happened to my, here, let's undo this real quick. It changed my color. Okay. Not sure what that was all about, but we are going to remove that. Let's go back as far as we can here and get those squares back. Okay. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to insert, you kind of get the idea. I'm going to go to stock. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to go to online, type in my flowers again, go to this one and insert it. Now you can see it set itself behind, but I was able to manipulate it to make it go through. So now I can shrink this up a little bit. I'm gonna stick it in the, and again, I have my little thing here that allows me to move it freely. And I'm just gonna put that one in the corner. I'm gonna copy this. And you can do yours however you like. And I'm gonna put this one in this corner. Now because I have a shape in here, that or a picture, that automatically gives me a picture format. And from here, I can actually come in and choose some type of a shape. So I think I'm gonna make that one circular. And I'm gonna leave the other one. I can also come in here now and I can go into artistic effects and I can choose an artistic effect. So I was able to change it. If I don't like that, I can just click my undo and that'll take it back to where it was. Let me go into my effects again. I kind of like the color though. This one's like a pixel. It's kind of neat. Let's go with that. It's a little bit different than the other one. So you can see slight difference. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and make it circular. Actually, I don't really like that. Okay, so the point is up here now, I can take out all this writing. And I'm going to put my last name in there. I'm going to make it bigger with my grow shrink feature. I'm going to center it. Now I'm going to go through my fonts to see what might look better. Oh, that looks pretty good. Let's try an italicized. Yeah, I don't really like that. I can change the color. And actually I'm going to come back in and click on my text box. And I'm going to do a no outline on that. So it takes out my outline. And as you can see, I now have personalized stationery. This side's waiting for me to do something else with. But I have personalized stationery for myself or as a gift. And I can print as many of these as I want, cut them out. You could get some glue and then just glue the sheets at the top. And now you have them on a tablet. So this is just one way of doing it. There's a lot of different ways you could do it. But let's go ahead and I'm gonna change this picture. And I'm going to go to online pics and I'm going to type in bearded dragons because they're my favorite. So I'm going to click on this little doohickey to replace that picture down there. So I'm going to set it through. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. And now I'm ready to shrink her down. And I want to fit the position so that way I can move it freely. And I think I'm just going to copy this. And now I can alter this. I think I want to go with a comic. Let's see what the Felix. But now I'm just searching different comic. Here we go. And I want to change the color of that to red. I also want to get rid of my outline. Okay, so now I've created two entirely different pieces of stationery. So when I print them, I would just be cutting them down the middle. So you could also leave the boxes in there if you want and cut around them to give yourself a better accuracy of them being all the same size. Obviously, you could have the flower up here to make it more personable. We could put it behind the wording. So now I've put it behind it. I'm going to well, let's go ahead and move it forward. And I mean, there's a lot we can do with this. So there we go. All right. So that's two different kinds of stationery that you could attempt to make. Sorry, I'm trying to flip us and it doesn't want to flip. There we go. Hello, here I am. All right, so that's how you can make some personalized stationery. I just did very basic. You could make it say from the home of, or the office of, or put their full name in there, or the family of, or whatever you want to do. So that's just some very basic, easy stationery that you can make that's free, or well, not free, but other than your time for making it. And it's personalized. So it makes them feel a little bit, okay, that makes them feel a little bit special because you took the time to actually make it for them personalized. So that's one alternative. All right, let me get in here and take out what I've done, because the next thing that you can make online or make using Microsoft Word, OpenOffice, or Google Docs are bookmarks. So if I use my text box, I can just bring this into bookmark size. And now I can just move it. And I can copy this for however many I can fit on a page. So let's see how many. It's not cooperating. All right. Let's see how many we can fit on a page. Freely and loosely here. It looks like we can fit 5, so I'm going to add another one. Okay. These are all exactly the same size, so I'm able to make 5 different bookmarks by doing this. So I could go to Google and type in funny quotes. Perhaps maybe they would have an image. And now let's see what this says. I'm losing my mind, but as long as I keep the part that tells me when I gotta pee, I should be okay. All right, well, that's not really appropriate, so let's find another one. Here we go. I wish my wallet came with free refills. Who doesn't? I can copy that image, so it could be any image. I can paste it. I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went. Here, let me move this over. Let me get rid of that. There we go. It's because I had things going on. All right, because it's a picture, now I have this. So I'm going to send my text box through. And through, there we go. All right, so now I can go to my bookmark, And I can pull this in. Now this probably isn't the greatest one because obviously it makes it shrink. But I can fill in, oh, just like we did before. I can fill in my area here. So I'm just filling it in. So that would be one bookmark. I'm going to go ahead and just delete that because it's kind of getting in my way. Maybe you want a waterfall scene. So I'm just typing in waterfalls. We're going to images now. And this is pretty. So I'm going to copy that image and bring it over and paste it. Maybe, maybe not. Copy. It's not liking that. Let's see here. Let's view it. Some of these allow you to view. So we're going to copy. And I don't know why it won't. It's not. All right, well, actually, let's just go into pictures like we did before. Online pictures, and I'm going to type in waterfall. I'm just going to click on the first one that's listed here. There it is. So I am going to... A lot of this has to do with manipulating. So now I have to manipulate it to... Oops. Okay, that'll work. All right, so now again, I'm going to have to shrink it to make it fit. So you'll have to determine whether or not that's going to work. I mean, that seems awfully tiny. So let's see what other ones we can find. But you kind of get the idea. So you could really put in any kind of picture that you want to. And this is just making very simple bookmarks. You would want to purchase cardstock from the store to put it on. That way it isn't paper, so it doesn't fall apart as easily. Here, let's move this out. Oops. But I think you get the idea here. So that would be another kind. You can also put names on top of it. You can really, really personalize this. So there's a lot you can do by making bookmarks through Microsoft Word, Google Docs, or OpenOffice. So there's a lot you can do. So that is the gist of making bookmarks and stationery. Something else we can do is make cards. So if you wanted to make a card for your family, I do believe that they actually do have card templates in here. So flipping us around to Microsoft Word, I can type in cards. And there are tons of different cards on here that you could actually manipulate, use. So let's just click on one. We're going to push create. And here is our card. Now, if I want to do a print so I can see what it's actually going to print, this will show you. So this is several different kinds, actually. So this is a card, this is a card, this is a card, this is a card, and this is a card. So evidently they're all a part of a little series. But then you'd be able to fill in, manipulate, and do what you would like with those. And it didn't cost you anything other than paper, cardstock, and ink. Which normally we have kind of laying around anyway. So it works out, you know, pretty well. You can make recipe cards. You can find out what people are really into. You could take these pictures print them, and we could actually put people's names on them, and then you'd be able to frame them. That would be a really good decor piece for the home. I'm writing that down because I didn't have it written down and I just thought of that. So yeah, so you could get a lot of pictures. You could personalize them. So if I wanted to, I could grab a hold of this waterfall image and bring it in here. And actually, I'm going to change my layout to that long layout again. I'm going to paste it in. So I copied that image and now I'm pasting it in. Because it's a picture, I need to manipulate it so I can get the most out of it. So I'm going to do this. Now this is normal sized paper, 8.5 by 11. So you'd be able to get by with an 8 by 10 frame because we're not going to be able to fill all of that. I kind of want to, okay, here we go. And now I can insert a text box that'll be right on top of it. Labeling that Beth's Happy Place. So now I can go in and change my font to whatever I would like it to be. I need to take out the fill because right now it's a white fill and no outline, but first I need to change the text to black. There we go. That's very strange. Because I should be able to take out this fill. Oh, you know what? I bet. There. No, that's very strange. Why is it not taking it out? All right, well, let's try that again. We are going to insert a text box. I'm going to try a different one this time. You can just kind of play around with it. And this time I think I want to, I'm going to make it black. There we go. I'm going to center it. Bring it in, pick it up, move it. So you kind of get the idea, but I was able to personalize my picture and now I could just print it and then I could frame it. And that would make a very nice decor piece for somebody. And all it did was take up some of your time, a little bit of ink, a little bit of paper, and you can get those frames pretty cheaply from a dollar store or something like that. All right, let's go see if anybody has any questions today. I do not see any questions. So this was just kind of a brief introduction to how you can make some gifts from home if you're struggling with finances using your computer, a printer, some printer ink, and some paper. Possibly some cardstock if you'd like it to not be so flimsy. And like always, I'm always available for you. So if you have something that you need to ask me, then you can email me, call me, do whatever you need to. Currently, I have 12 online students. I'm very happy about that. And we work typically monthly on different kinds of activities. So if you would like to be a part of that, then just get in contact with me. And again, it is 100% free. So, hey, thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate your time. And I hope that you got the most out of our techie tip today of how you can make Christmas or your holiday season a little bit more budget friendly. So thank you so much. I will see you on the next version, which will be in 2022. So I will see you next year. Have a great day, you guys. Thanks so much. Bye.